home game this season. Secure your tickets today.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
National anthem performance. It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. And it's tough enough to win this league when you're at full strength. Missing one of your stars
Jason
for
Tatum.
extended time makes it even harder.
But we've got Michael Clear choosing back in the lineup, which is good for us. The outside.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. They've got LaMelo Ball. He's out there with that team. And Miller out there with Wagner. And it's on in at the 4 for the Celtics. Out there with Honey Hockhead. And there's Harper. And there's Porzingis. And it's Holton in at the 2. There has been a lot of discussion about the length of the NBA season, GA. Do you think 82 games is the right number?
Well, I do. It's worked well for over 50 years, so why change it? And if we do change it, it affects records and how we compare the game across eras.
Pass to Salon. MP outside. Miller outside. And Boston with the rebound. This time they came together. It wasn't Charlotte. And they fell to the Hornets.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first game, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
Harper with the ball. Now guarded by Ball. Pass to MP. Charlotte moving it around. Miller against Brown. Miller, no up. And now, just over a minute play here in the first. Hawkins around the back and lays it in. Hawkins has got his team on the board to start the game for the Celtics. Here's Salon. Wagner is Breon Harper. Ball with the bucket.
Ball does a great job working hard to get himself good looks. His offensive energy is off the charts.
Outside Harper. Pass to Holton. Brown outside. Gets it from downtown.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early.
Outside, Ball. Miller outside. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Another shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Oh,
right there, just telling them no easy layups. As simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Both shots good from the strike. Here's Ball. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. MP outside. Miller outside. Drains the three-pointer. Miller's got 5 rebounds.
Oh, great job by MP, showing how selfless he is with passes like that.
Pass to Holton. Back to Harper. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Brown with the bucket.
Working to get the high percentage bucket. Nicely done that time by Brown.
Ball finds MP. Here's Swan. Wagner has screen on Hopkins. Swan, no good.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing. But they don't want to chance that again.
Pass to Brown. Six to shoot. And finished off by Brown.
Big time hops on display there. What a throwdown by Brown.
MP with it. Miller outside. And here is MP. There's Wagner with the 3. And it's the Hornets another 3.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep. Always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Is outside. Brown outside. Here's Holton, covered by MP. Oh, good on the triple. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. It felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue this.
You're against Hawkins.
Big man throwing it down. Kristaps Porzingis, when you're 7'3", though, it doesn't take much vertical to punch it home.
Now, here's Ball. Picked up 18 points in their last win against Cleveland. Pass to Salon, trying to find Ball. He gets it to him. And it's blocked, and he keeps control of the ball. It is the pass to Harper. And it's blocked, and they get it back. Porzingis can't hit. Hornets trail by 3. Here's MP. Plays it up and banks it in.
A tenacious player. MP doesn't mind a little contact on the way up.
Hawkins outside. Back to Harper. It's Brown on the way. And it's off from three-point range. Ball kicks to Wagner. Charlotte moving the ball around. Lets it go from 11. That gives them the lead. Ball's got his second bucket tonight.
Really important for Ball to maintain his poise around the basket. That's what allows him to take a bump like that and still convert.
Outside, Porzingis. Up top, Brown. The 18-footer is right on the mark. And it's now 9 points for Jaylen Brown.
And just a solid way to start the game. 4-5.
Pass to MP. On the wing, Miller. He's covered by Brown. Wagner with a screen for Miller. No one covered. Miller's got 7 points.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Brown down low. Covered by Miller. And it's Brown missing. The Hornets have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Ball finds Miller. Wagner with a screen for Miller. It's 3 pointers off the mark. Boston trail. Brown feeling out.
to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Outside ball. Back to MP. And it's Miller in the corner. Wagner has screen on Brown. Epic counts. And the Hornets lead by 1.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
The three. That doesn't go either for Brown.
And already they've picked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Here's Swan. He's coming off a 10-point game against Cleveland. Hits it from three-point range. Now it's a 4-point Charlotte lead.
On the perimeter, MP now so confident.
Boston's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there a bit hard to come by. Inside and stolen by Wagner. And here we go. Fast break. MP's got it. And finished off by Wagner.
The team first attitude of MP. Nice job sharing the ball.
Now here's Harper. He picked up 15 points in the last one against Portland.
It was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Hornets lead by 6. Wagner, right side. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And one on Hawkins. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for sure.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from 3-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Pass to Holton on the wing block. Hawkins outside. Nailed from 3-point land. Hawkins has got 5.
And you see that selfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved.
And here's Daniels. They're outside. And the 3 ball is good. And the Hornets lead by 8.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They got to get a hand in things.
Here's Potter. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Jones sets the pick for Brown. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Charlotte leading by 8. The break we were talking, Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made him eligible for the Supermax, right? For that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Brown outside. Offline with his 3.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Pass to Porter. From past the arc. Good. And the assist goes to MP. MP's got 4 assists in the game. Celtics trail by 14. Potter the pass to Hawkins. Over Porter. And another miss by Boston.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
1:06 left to play here in the first. Daniels, no good. And for the Celtics, they're shooting 40% here in the early stages. Here's Potter. Still without a basket. Outside, Jones. MP outside. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Walker. And here's Boston. It's a 14-point game. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
And he knocks down the first one. Some changes for Boston. Porzingis comes in for Jaime Jaquez. And Ferguson subbed in for Brown. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Hornets leading by 13. 6 seconds separating the shot and gate clocks. MP, no good.
Boy, that defense loved him in there. Love the intensity.
Here's Holton. A 3 off the mark. MP up top. 32 points for him last game against Cleveland.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backcourt.
Jones for 3. And that one released in time, but no good. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, pretty much in control here, it would appear.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their own selfish.
Yeah, so many of their hoops came off of assists, which is a good sign for ball movement and sharing that ball.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. MP out there with Daniel. Then it's Miller. Then it's Porter. And it's Zawan in the 4-man position. And there's Daniel. That's good on the assist from Miller. And the Hornets lead by 14. Daniels has gone 2 of 4 from the field. Here's Potter. Pass to Boston. Here's Potter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Porzingis with a screen on MP. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Hornets leading by 14. MP. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call. He will shoot 2. Right, we know about the Eurostep. What is the decel? The next move that's getting more notice.
I think it is. I mean, you can see players who have incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Harper, he's checked in for Ferguson.
Already a very confident player, knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Harper the pass to Potter. Over MP. And the shot is good. Coming in off the front of the rim.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Daniels kicks to Miller. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. The train. Rebound Boston. Here's Boston. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Cavaliers was all business. He scored 32 points, and he did a little bit of everything for them in that one, adding a triple-double in the process. Those are eye-popping numbers he put up. Couldn't possibly top that tonight, could he? We'll find out together. Evan?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Now, here's MP. Three-pointer. Boston grabs the miss. Celtics trail by 16. Pass to Potter. And here's Harper from the arc. It's rebounded by Zawan. Charlotte has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And he gets it to go. Porter's got 8.
You gotta push Porter Jr. out of the paint because he's so skilled at capitalizing down there.
And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. First team foul. How about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter basketball? Back to Harper. Boston. 6 on the shot clock. Jones finds Porzingis. Porzingis.
He is such a great dunker.
Great, a high riser, no doubt about it.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
Here's MP after the basket by Boston. There's the screen. Miller, no luck.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Here's Potter. To the middle. Here's Jones. The Hornets pull it in. MP's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Porter. Driving in. And finished off by Porter.
Like a lot of players, Porter Jr. is at his best when he's playing downhill, playing with speed, attacking the rim.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Outside Harper. There's the triple. Up in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
You know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to deal.
Nice pass it in by Charlotte. Pass to Solon. Now here is Miller. Takes the 3. Good. And the assist goes to MP. MP's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Here's Porzingis. Porzingis with a screen on Miller. Now Harper fires for 3. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. Porter's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's MP. The layup's good off the glass. MP's got 4 points this quarter.
MP keeps the pressure on with that drive.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
Here they come. It's Boston Entertainment.
He's checked in for the game. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. The Hornets #1.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
Brown, good.
I don't think he could have been any more impressive than he was tonight. Brown is setting this place on fire.
Pass to Miller. Here's Solon. Swiped it away. Here's Potter. Misses the 3. Hornets leading by 18. To the paint, shoots, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Potter. And the shot goes in. points so far.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
MP passes the ball. Here's Salon. There's the pick. From the top of the key, Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Bolton passes to Potter. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Just after a 3-point play. It's going to be on MP. Jones checked in for the Celtics. The Hornets also changing it up. Mo Wagner's checked in for Michael Porter. And Jones subbed in for Brandon Miller. Here's MP. He's got 9. Pass to Salon. Now here's Jones. Here's Salon. Fires the 3. And it's Harper with the rebound. Celtics trail by 15. Here's Holton. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
He gets that one.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Harper the pass to Potter. Knocked away. One-on-one fast break. MP's shot is good. MP's got 6 points in the quarter.
The hustle from MP there in transition, taking full advantage on the break.
Harper the pass to Jones. Brown outside. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. As a result, they've got a big lead.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
MP kicks to Jones. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
3.
MP's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. And here we go. MP heading to the hoop. And the shot goes down. MP's got 13.
Well, I love what he's done in this first half, at least so far. Increasing confidence every time down the floor. You can see it.
Potter the pass to Harper. Excellent D there from Ball.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Here's a look at some of the stats for him.
And he's fallen out of favor a little bit in their offense, at least compared to how he was being used earlier in the season. His usage percentage is down over the past 5 games. Maybe he'll be more involved here tonight.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
And both free throws good for MP.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoop. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Now here's Brown. 13 points in the game.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Kicks it out to MP, and it's Ball in the corner. Outside, Jones. Puts up a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jones has got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Hornets. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
check out LaMelo Ball. Just an incredible month of basketball. And he's also got the second best three-point percentage in the league. An absolute dead-eye from beyond.
And you mentioned it, he's the second best shooter in the league right now. Quick trigger with just a little bit better footwork. He can take over that top spot. Such a wide open look. Porzingis has got 5 points now this quarter.
I think you've got to run Porzingis off of his shots. I mean, you can't let him get comfortable because he'll knock him down.
Nice pass here by Charlotte. Here's Wagner. And Boston with the rebound.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that and missed it. And has no one to blame but himself.
Now Harper. He's got 6. Pass to Holden. 6 to shoot. Porzingis kicks to Brown. Over Jones. MP grabs the miss. MP's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring, but let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate.
Just one more rebound for a triple-double.
Basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Here's Holden. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Portland.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over. Well, he read the shot attempt like a book, anticipated it, and then able to knock it away.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. He's been
So I got a
absolutely
triple-double
relentless.
out of that block.
Now, here's Brown.
Because I gave me a rebound
In the
on
win
block.
against the Trailblazers in Portland. Outside Harper. They need this. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. MP's got 11
They launch from half court. Oh, good.
Tapping for the Hornets. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Hey folks, let's kick this halftime show off by checking out the players of the week. Guys, how about our Eastern Conference winner?
So consistent with his production, they get into a hole, he delivers. They start out cold, and he's the one who turns up the volume. He's really been the catalyst for his team, and he doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon.
All right, settling back into our game. Some great stuff in that first half with MP.
I'll tell you, he doesn't miss many. He can be aggressive and play within himself at the same time. Heck of a first half.
Shaq-like percentages for sure. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And with the big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
They got Porzingis on out there with Honey Hockhead. Then there's Harper, and it's Holden in at the 2-guard. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Now, here's Ball. Shoots over Harper. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Ball's got 9 points.
A lot of different ways to knock down shots, and Ball's form is certainly unorthodox, but it works for him, and he's got a really quick release that allows him to get it off.
Porzingis with a screen on Miller. And
success is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Shots good by Miller.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
So it's the Celtics now. After the basket by Charlotte. Is outside. Porzingis. Porzingis.
Well, evidence of the mobility there from Porzingis as he shreds the defense on screen and rolls.
MP with it. 17 points in the game. Shoots the three. It's hauled in by Brock.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Pass to Harper. Back to Brown. Shoots over ball. Gets rebounded by Charlotte. MP's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Wagner passes to MP. Over to the left wing. There's the pick. Here's Salon. The second chance ever. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
Well, he enjoys deflating the opposition with those extra possessions. You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
There's Brown with the three. Hornets with the rebound.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now, here's ball. 9 points in the game so far. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the Hornets making a change here. Porter's checked in.
First team foul. Substitution for the away team. Number 1. Michael Porter Jr.
Porzingis with a screen on ball. Harper the pass to Hawkins. Rocket 6. Porzingis sets the pick for Hawkins. Here's Holton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Third personal foul.
The Celtics have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. First free throw is good.
Line for 2 shots.
And so he hits both. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now, here in the third. Back to ball. It's Miller on the wing. Here he goes. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
But when you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
And, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Porter against Hawkins. Brown with the screen on Porter. Hawkins with the bucket. Hawkins has got 8 points.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good for beat.
Now here's Porter. 10 points for him. Wagner is screen on Harden. Traps in the tray. Ball's got 5 points now this quarter.
Ball will not let his opponent just own the arc. He can knock it down from there, too. So competitive.
Top of the key, Porzingis. Pass to Holton. Here's the three. That calls. Nice feed that time for Holton. He's got 7.
Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
There's Porter with the three, and it's the Hornets another 3.
That's a great response from Porter Jr. Taking those 3 points right back.
Porzingis with a screen on Porter. Here's Hawkins. Uses the glass to finish the leg.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now, here's Ball. 12 points for him. On the wing, MP. Miller outside. Launches a three. Good. Another from three.
Up the ladder he goes as the threes continue to fall for him as they have all season long.
And GA, with his performance, he is now tied for second for most threes
He's
in a
tied
season.
my favourite player.
Mark set by
James
James Harden
Harden.
in 2019.
The single threes made in a single season.
And Brown is a guy who is hunting contact. Defenders have to be more cautious around him when they're defending.
First free throw. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. They've got MP. He's out there with LaMelo Ball. Mo Wagner out there with Brandon Miller. And it's Zawan in the 4 spot. Screen by Jones. And here's Harper from the arc. It's hauled in by MP.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they got to put forth more effort.
For over a decade, Clark, we've been in the player empowerment era. And it's generally been, I think, a positive for the NBA.
Yeah, I can't agree with you more in that regard. The players are the drivers of the league. They're the personalities, they're the visibility, they're the doers, the talented performers of a league that entertains globally. So they deserve more money and influence, and I think they've gotten both. Now, there are a few players that have kind of exploited that in a way that I don't think is most healthy by forcing trades, but I think it's a good thing overall.
Ball with the bucket.
Deadly in the pick and roll. LaMelo Ball can do anything out of that particular set. This time, calling his own number.
Is outside. Brown outside. Off target from three-point range.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you got to make it.
Charlotte moving it around. And here's Miller outside. And it's Harper with the rebound. Harper's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Potter. Now here's Porzingis. He's covered by Ball. Porzingis is double. Just 5 to shoot. Boston again missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Hawkins with the rebound.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
And here's Harper from the arc.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down.
Here's MP. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And over the last 2 years, Mark, we have seen an explosion of talent from Canada.
And tell you what, you go back to the mid-2000s, Steve Nash is winning those back-to-back MVPs. That's certainly part of it, but I really think a generation of players picked up the game, seeing guys like Steve Nash, and then the influx of great Canadian collegiate players going on to NBA success has certainly continued to keep that pipeline going.
Ferguson's checked in for the Celtics. Brown outside. Pass to Porzingis. Shoots over Wagner. Porzingis can't hit.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
MP outside. On the wing, Miller. He's covered by Brown. Here's Zawan. And another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to Porzingis. There's the three. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
That gives him his second three of the half with 3 total for the game.
Back to MP. Fires high post, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Assist.
Swan's got 9 points here in the second half. Pass to Potter. Over MP. There's Porzingis. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
No substitute for hustle and hard work, and Porzingis getting the bucket because he put both into effect there.
MP outside. Here's Swan beyond the arc. And it's Potter with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And here we go. MP heading to the hoop.
Another one for MP, giving the fans their money's worth here.
Boston's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. That's to Porzingis. Here's Ferguson. Right, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
Here's Brown after the basket by Charlotte. Pass to Ferguson. Back to Brown. Here's Potter. Again, the miss by the Celtics. For Charlotte, they've gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. And that one's good. MP.
Good work by MP. He gets positioning inside and capitalizes.
Here's Ferguson. Pass to Brown. Outside, Porzingis. 5 to shoot. That's a 2 from Ferguson. And that one's on target from the wing. Ferguson's got his first basket. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Wagner outside. Here's Swan. Charlotte moving it around. Miller, the pass to MP. Here's Swan. Shot clock at 6. Wagner is screen on Hopkins. Swan. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Hopkins. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Derek, he's checked in for Ball.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Hopkins. From outside, off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Swan. That one misses. Nice D from Porzingis.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Charlotte.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And you can hardly say this wouldn't surprise anyone with the season these guys have put together. Win after win all year long. What a record-breaking year this team has put together. A season for the record books.
And once they polish off this one, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And this isn't one of those mini series either. I mean, this is a 4-gamer. As hard as it is to beat a team 3 times in a row, it's even harder to do it 4 straight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
There isn't much else you want from someone. He gave it his all and was rewarded with the triple double.
With the buck.
He just sagged off just enough and
to Garrett. MP outside. Connects again from distance.
And that
Oh, it's gonna do it.
pushes him further up the all-time ladder.
He does indeed,
Well,
Greg, and the
that's
next
20
mark on
yards.
his list is
He
the
already
top
had 22
spot.
points
What a
for
season to
double.
remember.
And that top mark is owned by Steph Curry. 402 triples set back in 2016, but for now, a new mark for second.
And so it's the Hornets taking care